was the question again, Jay? The question was, how did it all start and what it takes to get here? What it takes to get to this level, all right. Well, we can say this, right? The first thing I'm gonna tell everybody is this, right? Because what does it take to get to this level? I see a lot of the new pros out, and like, they go into every show like, oh, I'm gonna win, oh, I'm gonna win. Oh, I'm coming for everybody, I'm coming for everything. And then they place like third call out. And yo, that's not the mentality I had when I first came into the pro league. And that's what I try to tell people. I was having a conversation with George yesterday, and he was like, yo, you can't compare yourself to these guys coming out. And I was like, no, that's the problem. They're comparing themselves to dudes like me and dudes who've been doing it. Yo, when I first got into the pro league, I wasn't shooting at Sadiq and Jeremy Bundy and these dudes like, oh, I'm about to beat these guys. No, I wasn't ready for that. How do I feel I'm gonna beat Sadiq or beat Jeremy when I'm not consistently winning? These guys don't even consistently place top 5, but yet they go into every show thinking they're gonna win. That's not realistic, guys. And then what you set yourself up to be a hater. Because what happens is, then you start bitching and saying hater shit. Then you start saying, oh, it's politics. Oh, this guy won because of that. Oh, this guy won because of that. Well, if it's politics, why'd you even throw your hat in the race then? If you assume it's politics, why everybody else wins, not you, you turn pro. Oh, so let me guess. Your win wasn't the one that was politics, so, right? So I don't get that part. But I tell people there's levels to everything, right? So the fact that there's levels to everything, you gotta try to get to this level before you can get to that level. So I'll say, like, all right, my first year as a pro. Every show I went into, I was just like, yo, I'm trying to place top 5s, right? So this was the first step I'm trying to get to. My rookie year, I did 5 shows in the regular season, and I placed top 5 in all of them besides one. And the one I didn't place top 5 in was the New York Pro, and I did it literally the day after that, Atlanta Coastal. So I went to the Atlanta Coastal Pros on a Friday, and then I did the New York Pro on Saturday. I flew back in, landed at like 6 in the morning, drove straight to the show. McDonald's breakfast in the car, my man came through with it, so we drove straight to the show. I talked to Steve a couple days before the show, and I was like, Steve, is it cool if I just get my number? I'm doing this other show the day before. Is it cool if I just land and I pick up my shit from somebody else? And he was like, yeah. He was like, yo, just look for so-and-so. This person gonna have all your shit for you. So cool. I did the New York Pro, placed last place in it. Then went on after that to do 2 more shows, and the last one of the season, going into the last show of the season was at Atlantic City, Europa, 2015, my first year as a pro. So I was already gonna probably go to, I think I was number 3 or 4 in points, so I was already technically going to the Olympia in points, but I wanted to win bad, so I did the show anyway. I ended up winning it, cool. So now, after that season, like after I was starting to place top 5s consistently, what I said to myself was, all right, I want to be in the top 2, top 3 consistently now. So then I went into the second year as a pro, and that's when I started looking for wins. Like after I won a show, then it's like, well, I've won a show. Like, yo, dude, they had people at the Olympia last year that got there on points, but yet they swore they was about to be in the top 5 at the Olympia talking mad shit. I ain't gonna mention nobody's names because they're not relevant and it makes no sense. I think they just wanted some followers and shit. So I gave them a little bit of attention, told people to go follow. I'm like, yo, go follow this fool. Cause yo, honestly, that's another thing I realized. A lot of people shoot at me. They don't shoot at other guys at the top, they shoot at me because for the most part, I'm gonna respond. But I'm trying to turn over a new leaf, guys. I'm working on my namaste. Calm down, keep it nice and cool. So I don't respond no more. But so as the second year, I was going into now I'm like ready, now I'm like, oh shit, I want a show? Yo, let me go in and try to win shows now, right? So I'm trying to win shows. I'm still not big-headed because I know if Sadiq show up to a show, these dudes gonna smoke me out. I know how it is. Second year as a pro, I only won 1 show. What makes me think I'm gonna beat these dudes yet? So cool. Second year as a pro, I go into the season. I ended up with 3 wins as my second year as a pro that year. And yo, I didn't just only do the big shows, I did the big shows, but I do what I call hot dog eating contests. And call them hot dog eating contests because, like I told George, because one day, George did a show, right? And he's like, yo, this is back in 2015. He's like, yo, I seen who was on the competitors list. I was eating cereal all week and still beat them all. He won the show still. I ain't gonna tell y'all what show it is either, but this is what happened. So I call them hot dog eating contests because it's like, George could eat cereal all week and still win the show. That's what he did. So I call them hot dog eating contests. But I went back to the New York Pro that year. I placed second place to George Brown. So I went from last place to second place against George Brown. And George Brown was the defending winner. He won it 2 years in a row. So I won 3 shows that year in the regular season. So when I went to the Olympia now, what I'm saying, because the first year at the Olympia, I placed 12th. My first year ever being at the Olympia, I made it there my rookie year as a pro right out the gate, placed 12th. And when I went to the Olympia, I didn't even, my only expectations at my first Olympia was, I just don't want a 16 next to my name. If I get 15th, I'm Gucci. I was trying to take it all in, man. Look, I know there's levels to shit, man. I don't try to bite off more than I can chew. I'm realistic with this shit. A lot of people be pipe dreaming. And then another thing is, just because I speak the truth, or if I say something that goes against your narrative, now I'm a dick. Like, but if it fit your narrative, I'd be the realest motherfucker alive. Though. That's what the fucking crazy shit is to me. But that's another story. We're gonna get into that too. But so after winning the 3 shows that year and getting second place at the New York Pro, I went into the Olympia and I was like, yo, I need to get this first call out at the Olympia. Like, I need this first call. Yo, I got into that first call and I ended up placing 5th. Yo, I remember that. I remember that Olympia was crazy because like, I remember like Sadiq getting second place, Jeremy winning again, like Poston being up there. Like this shit was like, yo, listen, I'm a fan of the sport, so I'm fans of the athletes. Like just because I'm competing against them don't mean I'm not a fan of theirs. Like I'm a fan, yes, I'm a fan. So I placed 5th that year. So now my 3rd year as a pro, yo, I went on a tear that year. I did 6 shows. I placed 1st in 4 of them, and the other 2 I took 2nd place in. One in the Raymont at the Pittsburgh Pro, and what was the other one? Can't think of that one off the top of my head. So now, after I win 4 shows in the season now, and I placed top 5 at the Olympia the previous year, and won 3 shows the previous year, now I'm looking like, now there's expectations, and now I can feel like I can go into the Olympia like I need to be in this top 3, or I can win the show because I've put in the work and consistently beat the field to feel that way. It's not like I'm just pipe dreaming like, oh, I ain't even win no shows to make it here, but I'm gonna beat everybody. This shit don't even make sense. So that year I won 4 shows, and that year, like I was kind of trying to force the judges' hands by doing it. So what I said is this: if I won 3 shows last year and I was in 5th place, if I go out and I win 4 shows this year, and I took the New York Pro that year too, I was like, if I win 4, they gotta put me in first call out. And if I come smoking hot, I gotta be in the top 3. That year I ended up in the top 3. I ended up placing 2nd that year. So, yo, I say that to say this, because people ask me what it takes to come get here. Yo, it's a constant work in progress. You have to put your head down and work. And, yo, the expectations should fit what level you're at. Don't try to think you shooting at everybody at the top and you ain't even at level 1 yet. Don't even make sense, man. So, a lot of guys, and look, a lot of these guys, new guys, if you guys are trying to get your name out there, I suggest try to win multiple shows. So don't just show up to the big shows and try to place, like, oh, I'm going to the Arnold and I'm trying to place top 5. Fuck that. Top 5 at the Arnold is not better than a win. So I don't care if you go to the Omaha, Nebraska Pro and win that, or you go to Milwaukee Pro and win that. It's a win is a win. They remember a win. Like, what Osaka just said, the girl that won the tennis Grand Slam, she said, you might remember who won 2nd place, but only the winner's name goes on the trophy. And that's some real shit right there. So, yeah, what it takes to get here, you just gotta work. Keep working, grinding. What takes to get to the pro is you have to like, amateur, I feel like the amateur to go pro, if you have a dope ass physique, it's pretty easier. But now, when you get to the pros, it's like being in professional basketball. Everyone was it's like going to the college, when you get to college. Everybody at college was a McDonald's All-American when you get to D1. It's like, so everyone who's on their high school team thinks they're the shit. But then when you get to college, everybody else was the shit on their team too. And then when you get to the NBA, everybody was the shit on their college team. So you're back in the same part. And some people are so arrogant that they think these other guys in the league are chumps. Like, no, they're not. Like, the guys at the top are very, very formidable. And the difference in you being 4 to 5% off can be the difference of you winning a show versus you placing 6th, 7th, 8th against the top guys. Look at me in the Olympia. I placed 2nd last year. This year I came in, I looked perfect in the morning, I looked perfect backstage for the show. They had us wait too long, I pumped too long, I took pre-workout, I took pump. Next thing you know, I'm fucking watery. Fuck. Like, there's nothing you could do at that point. It's just fuck, you missed the peak. So, and that difference took me from second or winning a show all the way to 6th place in the world. That's how close it is at the top. And, let me give you guys a great tip too. This is sports, you can't win them all. You should try to win them all, but you're not gonna win them all. So, don't get butt hurt by unfavorable outcome. People ask me like, how can I just brush off placing 6th at the Olympia? It's because I got a lot more going on in life than just bodybuilding. So it's not devastating to me because I don't wake up every day like, fuck, my life is ruined. Fuck no, I got all this ill shit. Listen, I got a lot of dope shit going on in my life. Competing's just a part of it. But I do use the competing to get the bag though, because they pay me a bag out here. I can't front on that part. You gotta work, man. And that's another one. Yo, an IFBB Pro card don't pay bills, man. You cannot pay bills with an IFBB Pro card. I ain't never seen one person do that before. So don't think that turning pro means all this money comes to you. And don't think that just because you want to show, all this money comes to you. I know plenty of people that are IFBB pros that make $0 off of fitness. And I know plenty of people who have won shows that make $0. And then again, I know people who don't compete who make a lot of money in the fitness industry. So just like everything else, guys, it is a hustle. We finished the workout today, man, at Bev's. It was a dope little back workout with me and Al. Hit some arms. Brandon here filming too. Shout out to the big dude, Steve, man. Mr. Weinberger, I fuck with you hard, man. That's my homie, man. Like my uncle. Like, always steer me in the right direction. Like, he's cursed me out a couple times when needed be too. It's just the kind of relationship we got. But I love the dude, man. I've been looking out since day one. I got a date with a spliff in the car on the way back. Right?
That's not it.
Oh, see, look, right, guys? Look, right, Dragon Farmer? Look, see, I set it up twice, right? Like, I got both film crews filming at the same time. So watch, I'm gonna do double take, right? Double take, check it out. Yo, Dragon Farmer, people, hit the like, hit the subscribe if you like what you see. Dragon Farmer YouTube, the button's down there. Click, subscribe.
Yeah, you should know how it go. They love you more when you broke. Should already know. Enemies always close. Watch who you calling your bro. Tried to play me, now they play me.